Hi everyone. I'm working in my container garden journal again today, and I wanted to do a page today about my squash. So I'm going to just put this scrap of scrapbook paper right in the middle here of my page, and then I'll start adding my photos. I haven't really talked a lot about all of the things that I grew this year, so I wanted to tell everyone I had, as you saw earlier, I had some strawberries, I had some tomatoes. These were my favorites, the Cherokee Purple, and I also had a little patio tomato. My container garden is inside of the screen enclosure around my pool. I can't put anything outside because there are too many animals that will come along and destroy things. Deer, raccoon, and all those kind of things. And it's just frustrating when I put out new plants of, like flowers. They come along and eat all the blooms. And so I knew when I wanted to do a little vegetable garden that I was going to have to do it inside my screen enclosure. And so I want to show you a picture. I'll eventually put this in the journal even though I'm not putting it in today. I want to show you this photo. So this is my little container garden. This is that big Cherokee Purple tomato, and then I had some little containers going around this corner of the patio, and then the pool is over here on this side. And I had some problems because of the pool, which I'm going to talk about, and because of, where I live here in Florida. But I just wanted you to see what it looked like. And we got a lot of food from that small garden, and are still enjoying some of it. Most things now are pretty much gone, but we are still getting some peppers. I've got two kinds of peppers out there, which I may do that page in this video. I had two peppers. One was a Havasu hot pepper, which was like a medium heat, according to the package. What we ate was not so hot. I mean, it was delicious, but it wasn't hot. It didn't have that heat factor like it was supposed to. And then we had a sweet pepper called Gypsy, and we've been enjoying those and are still getting a little bit of harvest from those plants. But anyway, back to the squash. Let me grab my photos so I can be gluing them in. So here's my sprouts when I planted the seeds. These I did plant from seed. And these came up, and I shared some with my daughters, and I kept a couple for myself. So this is what I got from the squash. I got a little bit. I didn't get a ton. This is a beautiful bloom. I didn't really get a ton of squash. I'm reaching behind me. That's why my voice keeps changing. I didn't get a ton of squash because we had a problem with powdery mildew. Because I live here in Florida and I have a pool, there's always issues with mildew. It's just too humid here, and then when you add a pool, then you're adding additional humidity. So I was not able to keep my plants for very long. They didn't survive, even though I did get some organic spray to treat them. They just did not perform as well as I had hoped. And because I had two plants, I was able to get a little bit. I shared some with my daughters, and I was able to eat some of the squash that I grew. But I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm learning, squash is probably just not something I'm going to be able to grow. Zucchini either. I tried the zucchini and got the same exact problem. So they're just very susceptible to that. This is my seed package, by the way. Normally I put the little plastic tags in like this, and this one, since I grew it from seed, I just made a copy. I scanned my little seed package and, oh goodness, and printed it, and I'm going to include that in my journal. The reason that I was talking about the animals too is because we have woods, we have nature preserve surrounding a good portion of our home, and so because of that nature preserve, there are animals. And they come along when we're not looking, you know, and in the nighttime and stuff. And so they enjoy little blossoms and things. And so I just can't grow a whole lot of really too much of anything outside, outside of the screen enclosure, that is. I meant to draw my little border around before I attached my pictures, but I think I'll be okay. I'm just going to take a yellow a Faber-Castell Pitt pen and go all the way around the edge, just to have a pretty yellow border. Okay. I have a little scrap of sari ribbon, and I think I'm going to just attach it to the top of this, and then I'll be able to flip it over and see the back if I want to see you know, all the instructions and everything that were on the back of the seed pack. And I just need to cut it down a little bit. I think that I have my Garden Elements kits in my Etsy store. I have a digital version and a printed version, and they're really fun to use in this journal. I'm loving it. Great for anything nature or garden related. So I like that. Covers up the end of the ribbon, and it just is perfect. I want to add a few more of my little garden elements, and when I do that, I'm going to cover up some of my swirls, so I may stamp some more of those again too, but I do want to get these little elements on the page because they look so cute and they make me happy. So I'm going to cover up this one here with the little watering can. Here. Okay, and then I'm going to put my little snail down here in this corner because it just looks so fun, sweet. Now I also watercolored. I took some blue watercolor and painted a bunch of little water droplets. You can see on this little paper. And I cut about 3 of them, I guess, that I want to glue onto the page as well, coming from the water can. And these are so tiny. I definitely will use my tweezers to place them down, because otherwise I'll get glue everywhere. But I think this is going to be really cute. Okay, let's see. They're little, very little. And they were challenging to cut out too, let me tell you. But got it. I got it. It's so cute. I just thought that would be really fun to have some water coming out of the can. So I made it happen. Now, of course, I'll add a little bit of journaling. I'm not going to do that right this second. Actually, I think I do want to add a little bit of washi tape, though, here and there. Maybe just some little bits like this. I like that. I think I'm going to just put them down and not glue them this time and see if they stay. Let's just see if they work. That's just cute. Adds a little bit of something extra. And a little one here. That's very cute. Okay, so we're going to leave that one as is for now. I will more than likely, like I said, add some journaling, just a little, and I typically come back and, you know, add things just like I do on all my other projects. I'll see a little area that needs something, you know, and I'll come back and do that. But I did want to cover up this little brad from this side, so maybe I should put a little piece of that washi here. Okay, I've decided that I am going to add a little bit of this washi tape. And just to make sure that you can't see it through, I stuck the washi tape onto a piece of white printer paper. I'm drawing this little bloom. This is what the pepper blooms look like. And they hang upside down, just like this. And they're really, really cute. I just came in from outside, and my plants are just full of little blooms again. They had slowed down a little bit, and then I cut the tops out of the plants, and so now they're blooming again. And I mean, I think there were probably about 8 or 10 blooms out there, so that was pretty cool. Get some more peppers. They're a little bit smaller now. The older the plant gets, the peppers are a little bit smaller, but they're still perfectly delicious, so no problems there. All right, so this is how they hang there. I don't know if these pins are going to work very well on top of that Posca pin, so I'm going to have to just try a few different ones until I get one that works, I guess. Let's see here. Here we go. There's a little bit of a dark area there in the center, and then, man, I'm still going to have to use these pins. These are the finer point pins, so that's why I'm using these. Anyway, they have these little tiny stamens, I suppose that's what they are, and they come right out of the center there, and the pollen is on the end of these little pieces. So it looks like that. It's kind of dark in there. Just want to put a tiny bit of just some texture in these petals. Okay. Okay, there we go. So that's what the little blossom looks like when it's hanging down from the plant. It's really cute. It's a tiny little flower too. It's about, I guess, an inch across. Really cute. I took a little piece of paper because I had the washi tape here. It was going to be just a little bit more challenging to write on the page, so I got this little piece of paper that has a leafy print in the background, and it's the same color as the background paper, so I thought that was pretty cute to put there. And I just talked about how the peppers performed very well. The Havasu variety that's supposed to be hot, medium hot, were not hot at all. They taste sweet just like the gypsy ones. And that they're still producing now. And I had sprayed them back about, well, it was a month after they were planted, so that was back in April. I sprayed them with some soapy water solution because of some little aphid type bugs that we found on them, and that took care of the problem, and we didn't have any issues after that. So I wanted to note all of that stuff. And now I can just glue this onto my page. I do want to write the plant date on the page too. Okay. Let's bring that in. Just going to put it right on top of there. Perfect. I might outline that in black just to be a little different, to make it stand out a little bit more. So let's see, let's put the, let that glue dry a little bit first. So let's put the plant date right here, I think. Let's see which pen. I think this one will be okay. Okay. I found some little leftover pieces of my watercolored washi that I made. So I want to use this. I think it'll help fill in the empty space right here. There we go. Now I had to stamp my little squirrel on there, even though I don't have squirrels inside the screen enclosure. But they do sit out there in the trees and they watch what's going on, and so they're part of my garden, even though they're not part of my inside container garden. So I like to watch the squirrels playing in the trees. So that's a fun memory for me. And now I feel like this page is more complete. I love the leafy washi. I think that added a lot. I may come back and put a little piece here, and here, and make it 5 and maybe just spread it. I think I'll do that right now. Just got a little bit right here. So why not? Just go ahead and fill out the rest of the page. I think it helps to carry it all the way around. Make sure eyes move around the page. Okay. I'm glad I thought of that, because I think that's going to make a big difference. What happened to the other piece? Oh, no, where'd it go? Here it is. Like I lost it. Okay, let's put this one. Yeah, I think I want one here. Okay, we'll put that one there. We'll put this one at the bottom. And on this side. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I like that. It's nice and spread out now. Looks cool. So I do still need to write on my squash page. I haven't done that yet, but I will. And I'll share it with you, of course, once I get it written out and done. But this was fun. I'm glad to get back to this gardening book. I wanted to mention that there was one item that I forgot to say that I have planted, and that was because I planted it a lot later than these other items. My daughter had rooted some purple sweet potatoes. So she gave me a couple of those slips, and I planted one of them. One was a little healthier than the other one, so I planted the one. And so it's out there growing now, and I do have a picture of it. I just haven't printed it out yet. I took a picture of when it started growing. The vine was coming out like going crazy. So I'm hoping that before too much longer, it will be time to harvest those. And I'm sure they're going to be small. They're not going to be big sweet potatoes because I have them in a smaller pot. I knew I needed a bigger one, but I didn't have one at the time, and I needed to get it planted. So I figured this particular potato I would use as an experiment, which is what most of this was, just to see what would grow easily, and what would be, you know, a little bit more of a challenge. Like I found out the squash and the zucchini are not going to work in the environment that I have here. But I'm hoping I'll get my sweet potatoes out pretty soon, even if they're small, and I'll be able to take a picture of those. And I'll have another page in here for the sweet potatoes too. That'll be fun. Yeah, this is just my experimentation year, and see what happens. And I'm enjoying it. So far, so good. So we'll see you again next time, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and please continue to be safe. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.